Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11.
Army. Hey, check mine.
From the gun, it's Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Nice hit.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold.
There we go, Mike 20. Hey, watch the slant.
Shotgun now for Brady. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. That catch good for only a couple. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Ready? 25, 70 Ranger. We all nil.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
You can't block me. You can't.
Now Brady. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Tampa
Tom
Bay.
Brady, of course, a member of the Bucs now, but it was these Giants who were his Super Bowl nemesis. Twice they were able to take down Brady's Pats in Super Bowls 42 and 46.
Ronald Jones, the ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the
9.
defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's a
Give
gain
him
of
6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
Third down.
Wait, that Alabama. 380. 55. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Go on. Joe, 66.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Intercepted.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
I'm here. 19 Lions. Check 52.
Here's Jones on first down. Open man is Ross, complete.
Jones
And he'll get it here to the
complete
10-yard line.
Ross.
They'll contain him
A
to
gain
just
of
4.
4.
Second
It's
down.
now 2nd and 6 at the 10-yard line.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. I got you, punk. 45's the mic.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And the Buccaneer
Saquon Barkley,
defense
the ball
for the
carrier.
second straight play, flexing
brought
its
down
muscle
by
by forcing a
Davis.
loss. Now they're going to be dealing
A
with a
loss of a
3rd and
yard on
7
the
as that
play.
one officially
Brings
a
up
loss
3rd
of
and
1.
7.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
He was covered
In
by
any event, it
Josh
happened
Norman.
pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right
Graham
decision on
Gano
that one.
on
I
for the
think if he
field
had it to do over again,
goal.
he would have found a
29-yard
different
attempt.
target downfield.
The kick is
But he made his
good.
decision, and that one's incomplete.
Makes the score
They
Giants
got the
6.
interception, but very little
Buccaneers
movement
nothing.
after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran
Bucs
onto the
take
field.
over
This is what we call
first
sudden
and 10
change, right?
their own
Interception, you got to go
25-yard
put out
line.
the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but
Leonard
to go a
Fournette,
little
the
bit
ball
deeper
carrier.
on that one, I would think
Tackle
about some
made
play
at the
calls now,
38-yard
not even
line.
necessarily to my best player,
A gain of 13
but to someone I
yards.
can trust with the ball,
First
try to
down,
get things settled down a little
Buccaneers.
bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Ronald Jones, the ball
A
carrier.
solid run on first
He
down.
was brought
Gain of
down by
7 leaves him
James
with a 2nd and
Bradbury.
3. Now, look, that wasn't a
7-yard
huge
pickup.
gain, but those
Brings
are the
up
types of
2nd and
carries I think
3
they were missing in
at
their
the
loss last week. They
45-yard
couldn't get him
line.
going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that
Brady's
early.
pass.
It goes as a loss of 6. And now
The
3rd
tackle made
down.
back at the
He was able to get
39-yard
away
line.
initially on that play, but ultimately not much space to roll.
Great job there by them containing him, because you mentioned he got away initially, and how many times does that end up with a guy taking off for 15 or 20 yards? Here, the support was there, and they made the tackle for a loss.
Hey, watch the slant.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Evans has it left side. And
Brady's
boy,
pass.
he is very
Complete to
close to a
Mike
first
Evans.
down, but from where they're spotting
It's
that
a gain of
football,
8,
he's going to be a foot
but
or
it
so
brings
short.
up 4th down.
On
Corey
4th down
Bojorquez
on is
on to
Corey
punt.
Bojorquez to punt. here. Drag snap to the up man. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on down.
The Giants take over.
A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Now a play fake here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Jones to throw again. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after one.
6. Buccaneers, nothing.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
Check Mike, 50, 18,
They'll run with Barkley. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Down.
A gain of 4 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
That's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's going to be a long day.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for first.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
You can fall or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch you paint, watch them learn.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Get in the weight room. Right there, 54, right there, 54.
From the gun, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
1st and 10.
Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Mike 54. Here we go, here we go. Mike's 54. Mike's 50. 70 Timberwolf. Let's go, defense. Let's get up. Trap 60. Big head.
On first down, Jones. He's going to have the hook up to Ross.
Jones pass.
A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Buccaneers' 17-yard line.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4.
Cup 19. Check Mike
waiting from the gun. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
Complete to
it's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a third and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Watch 54. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". Cougar 19. He's crashing.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And this long drive is going to continue as they move the chains again. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
The kick
and he puts it through.
Makes the score Giants 13. Buccaneers nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard
line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll be out right at the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And the Buccaneer first down.
20, Mike, 20. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. He's coming, he's coming. Reload.
Brady now to throw. He'll find Miller. That's complete.
Brady's
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The ball carrier.
7 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Switch, switch, switch.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
He was
Darnay Holmes makes the tackle.
Well, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there.
And he can't get away from the pressure the Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. The sack backs him up 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. You go hurt.
From the gun, Brady. He'll let one go deep for Howard. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Looking long for Westbrook. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the return will stop right around the 25. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
First down.
Call that a very strong gain of 24-yard
line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, baby.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
The tackle made at the
William
47-yard
in
line.
on the stop.
4 yards
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready. It looked for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we
Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Pass.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts.
No gain on the
as
play.
they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down.
the run. Warriors 70. 45. Mike, 40.
From the gun, Jones. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
At the 33-yard line.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Back to you. Hey, check Mike.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Open man is Galladay, complete.
Jones
and he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Up 3rd and 5.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
From the gun, Jones. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
Thus far, they've been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
The kick is good.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
They have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And he took the ball off course. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. He'll fire one deep for Westbrook. And that's caught inside the 35. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
What I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half.
A gain of a
nice
yard.
First half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Here we go. 45's the mic.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Pass. Complete to
it's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Watch 24. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Giants. John Ross with touchdown number 7 on the year.
The
Giants are able to grow their lead.
Conversion.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play you would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Check. Switch. Shift. Watch the shift. Check 24.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Danny. Mike 55. No, 66.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Right there in the middle, 55. Yeah, that's what I do.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady. And that'll be incomplete.
Brady's
took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Brady's throw on 3rd down is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
At their own 6-yard line.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And it's been like this all night long.
He was brought down by
to run as they stop him behind the line.
Brought down back at his 2-yard line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. To throw from his end zone, Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, have the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. First down carry for Barkley. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line.
Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Mike 20. Here we go.
On the counter, here's Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Double dog. That's the way. Check 30.
Brady now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got Alabama.
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
We gotta step it up. Shift. Mike 20. Come off the ball hard.
From the gun, Brady. And that is incomplete.
So many times we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Get out my way, Lil. Get out my way, Lil. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
Complete to
Their hope is that
Barkley.
last mistake is their
It's a
only
gain
one
of
of the game.
7.
Coaches, that's all they
Brings up
talk
second
about, turnovers.
and 3.
Minimizing
At the
those
50-yard
and
line.
maximizing opportunities.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
60 Bison. 18 Pioneer. 45. It's our time. It's our time.
Jones with a hit off to Barkley. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Barkley, the ball
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
A 2-yard
that old
pickup
expression,
brings
it's
up
not my
3rd
night.
and 1.
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now Jones.
Push him back. Push him back.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Mike's 54. Mike's 50. Check smash. Check smash. Cut. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Check, check. Watch 54. Street. 53. Come on, D.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Now Saquon Barkley.
Go, go. It's run.
It's Steve McClendon that time who winds up getting him down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 36, Jones. Kenny Galladay, the Pro Bowler, was his intended target. But now it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, watch the leg. 19 Lion. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. I want that. Give me that ball. Hurt. Give me that ball.
This is Barkley.
Check nine.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
That's good.
Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now Jones on 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time, but it'll be second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
7 Pirates. Mike 54. Hey, watch the ball. Mike 54. Coming to you.
Throwing again. Jones. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 15-yard line.
10 at the 15-yard line.
Watch the slant.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now it's Barkley. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And it's a pick 6.
Touchdown,
he brings it back
Tampa
to the
Bay.
house for a Buccaneer TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
This taken in about 4 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Your chain, name, how about your respect? Give them more than when I get expecting up the back.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. Shaquille Barrett there pushing upfield to make the stop.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Powers through. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Mike 45, check Mike 45. Watch the run. Watch the safety creep. 25, check 25. Go.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line.
37-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the rookie, Xavier McKinney. And he will bring it back. It's a big 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Touchdown, Giants.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th-quarter comeback.
With emphasis. Interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
The kick is good.
And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Giants 29, Buccaneers 10.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And the Buccaneer
on 1st and 10. Here's Brady. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Complete.
That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
On the play. 1st down, Tampa Bay.
From the gun, it's Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. Brady's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
1st down, Buccaneers.
Defense, let's go.
Shotgun now for Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Going up top for Miller. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone.
Brady's
touchdown,
complete
Tampa
to
Bay.
D.D. Westbrook.
D.D. Westbrook, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
I'm coming. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Hey, smash. 45, Mike, 45. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning. And he coughed it up. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing they're calling it now,
first and 10.
They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game, the interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I would be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
They'll run it again with Barkley. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 26. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Tight end left. Everyone's got 4. Trap 60. Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Off the play fake. Jones. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Gotta do better. Hawk 70. 45.
Now a toss right to Barkley.
I got you.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout.
4 yards.
But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go, G. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. Night, sweetheart. Check 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Check Panther Street. On the ball, now, go.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
The ball carrier.
And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively.
That's a gain of 3.
So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
On third down, Barkley. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Operating from the gun, Jones. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Jones.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. It's coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Check it. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Let's go one more.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Brady would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. He completes it to Westbrook. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 43 yards.
Tampa Bay.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. You're trash, you're trash.
Again, it's Brady. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Check it out, Reed.
Brady to throw again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the rookie, Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. He don't know no better. 45, 45. Mike, 45.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it.
Tonight's final score,
so
Giants
a victory
29,
here for the men in blue, the New York Giants.
17.
And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Giants, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on Washington. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.